So if you're someone who wants to take their portfolio to $1,000 to $100,000 day trading in 2024, there's a few different things you have to know. You're gonna hear all kinds of people talk about, how you need to follow certain setups, certain strategies, but ultimately the only way you're gonna go from a 1K portfolio to a 100K portfolio is by scaling your size, right? Scaling how many contracts, how much money you're trading with. And you need to know two very important metrics in order to actually scale up. Because again, the best way to make money with day trading is not by taking a lot of trades, it's by scaling your size, right? How much you're actually trading with. It's gonna be a whole lot easier to make more money. So I'm gonna be breaking down the rule that I follow that allows me to scale my size to use more contracts so ultimately I can make more money. Again, it comes down to two very important things. These are the only two things that matter when it comes to day trading. Let's dive straight into it. Okay, so what is this exact plan to go from a 1K to a 100K day trading portfolio in 2024? Well, if you're someone who's at that point and you want to get to that point by the end of this year, again, it all comes down to the two things that I'm going to be showing you in this video, okay? So first off, I just want to say before we dive into this, everyone thinks you have to take a lot of trades or make really big trades to make good money. Again, this is not how you scale as a day trader. The way you scale is by just trading with more money. So I personally trade futures, so I'm trading NASDAQ and S&P 500 mainly. Now, let's say I were to take a trade on NASDAQ with one contract. So for every point that NASDAQ moves up or down in my favor, I'm gonna be making $20, right? So let's say on a decent trade, I make 20 points. So again, $20 per point times 20 points itself, you would make around $400. So we can take that same exact scenario where we make 20 points on NASDAQ, and instead of trading one contract, what if we got to a point where our scaling system allowed us to trade 5 contracts, right? So now on that same exact trade, instead of making $400, you would make $2,000 instead of $400. So going back to the sheet, what I said is the money isn't scaling, right? It's fishing with a bigger net. Okay, once you have a proven strategy or proven setups that you can scale, again, you just want to use more contracts, you're immediately going to make more money as a trader. That's the beautiful part about trading, is it's the most scalable business model ever. Once you have proven setups that allow you to take on more size, and I'm going to be showing you what those are in this video. So what are those two things that matter that allow you to actually scale as a trader? Well, like I said, if I reveal this, it's two things, okay? What this is a win rate of 50% or higher and a win-loss of 2-to-1, okay? This is what I like to aim for. This is my scaling system, okay? If I can get above a 50% win rate and I maintain a 2-to-1 win-loss, meaning my winners are twice as big as my losers, then I have a profitable trading system. And ideally, I want this win rate, 60, 70, even 80% is, around the highest I've gotten it, while maintaining that 2-to-1 win to loss ratio, okay? But even if you hit 50%, this is still a profitable trading system. So I'll show you a perfect example of this. I saw this post from TradeZilla. They put this out on their Instagram. They basically said, whose win rate is more profitable? Trader A has an 80% win rate and Trader B has a 40% win rate. Again, with my trading system, I'm always trying to get at least 50 or above, right, with that 2-to-1. So right off the bat, you would think Trader A is a more profitable trader versus Trader B. Well, if we go to the next slide, it says, let's find out, right? So Trader A has a win rate of 80%, but look at their win-loss, right? It's 0.4. Their average win is only $80, where their average loser is $200, right? So their net P&L at the end of the day is going to be around $240 just because they have such a high win rate. Overall, that's not a very profitable system because their win-loss is so low, okay? Now, if we go to Trader B, we can see they only have a 40% win rate, but their average win-loss is 3, right? So average winner is 300, average loser is 100, right? They're going to make more money in the long term, even though they have a way lower win rate. So these were two extreme examples, one with a really high win-loss, one with a really low one. Again, what I like to aim for is always a 2-to-1 win-loss with a 50% win rate or higher. If you do this, you will have a profitable trading system. Now, you might be wondering, well, Chad, how do you actually track your win rate, your win-loss? How do you actually know what these are? Well, again, you can use a software like TradeZilla. That's what I personally use. If you don't have the money, that's totally fine. You can do it on an Excel sheet. So you'd basically just do something like this, right? So you'd write down the date of all of your P&L. So let's just say we're doing it from today to the rest of the month, right? The rest of the January, we're tracking all this. So let's say on this day we made 300, then we made 100, lost 200, made 170. All right, you kind of get the point. What you want to do is you want to average this out, and you want to do this every single week or every single month and see what your average win rate and average win loss is. Okay, you want to be very disciplined about tracking these numbers. These are your KPIs, right? Also known as key performing indicators. This is the most important thing you should track as a trader because, again, going back to this, if we get these numbers, we're able to scale. Now we can trade with a bigger net. We can make 5, 10 times more money on the same exact trades. We don't have to trade more. We don't have to go for bigger trades. Again, it's all about scaling your contracts as a trader. That's the best way to make more money. Okay, it's not about taking more trades. So let's go and calculate what these are. So to track the win rate, we're just going to take these 13 days, right? So 13 days, we're going to see how many winners did we have. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now I'm just going to go to my calculator and I'm going to do 8 divided by the total number of days. So 8 divided by 13, we can see the win rate is 61.5%. Okay, so that's a pretty good win rate we had. So I'm going to do 61.5%. So if you guys don't know how to calculate this, a little bit of math here. So I'm just going to add up all the losses and divide it by the total number of losses to get the average. All right, so it looks like our average loser was 134, and now we're going to do the same thing for the winners. Okay, so it looks like our average winner was 221. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to divide 221 by 134, and we're going to see what that average is. Okay, so I'm going to do 221 divided by 134. You can see our average win-loss from these 13 days comes out to 1.6. Okay, so now I can go in here and I can write 1.6. So we can see that our win rate was pretty good, but our average win loss was a little down. So what I would do is I would work on this a little bit going into next week. I would work on, letting my runners run a little bit more, my winners run, and maybe only taking trades that have a little bit of a smaller risk. I think, some of the $200 days that we had read kind of screwed up our risk, but overall, this is a pretty decently profitable trading system. Again, I would just work on the win-loss a little bit, right? Now, once you get, around these numbers where you have, 50% or higher and close to a 2-to-1, this is where you can allow yourself to scale the next week or the next month. Now you can trade with another contract. You get these numbers again, right? You're profitable. You trade with another contract, right? And you just keep on doing that. You don't want to just go all in and go from making $100 a day to $1,000 per day, right? You want to slowly scale up based on your KPIs, based on these numbers you're calculating from your actual trades. All right, so at this point, you're probably thinking, Chad, I understand how to make more money as a trader. It's by scaling, right? The size you're using. And I also understand that I need to aim for these numbers, right? Somewhere around these numbers, that's what my average needs to be. Well, how do I actually find a trading system or setups or a strategy that gets a good win rate, that gets a good average win loss? Well, again, I'm not going to have too much time to dive into all my setups in this video. If you guys do want to see a full video just on my setups and the exact strategy I use, I'll leave a card up above on the screen. But let me just show you one of my setups I like to take. This is one I took this morning on the S&P 500. So as we can see, when the market opened up, we came off our resistance level. But if you notice on pre-market, right, we're going up pretty much the whole entire day, right? So I knew the trend was up. So what I was waiting for was some kind of pullback for me to get long and actually enter the trade long so I can make money when it goes up. And by the way, guys, if you want to see my exact support and resistance levels every single day on the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ market, be sure to join our free Discord community. As we can see, once you join us inside of here, just go to my trading plan and I post my levels every single day on NASDAQ and ES, along with my trade recaps as well. And you'll also get access to our community. Again, this community is completely free and open to the public. We don't charge you any money. If you guys do want to join, we'd love to have you inside. All you have to do is go to the first link in the description below. Now, going back to my trade, since the trend was up, right, we can see the VWAP was pointing in the up direction. The moving average was in the up direction. We knew the trend was up. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to wait for a pullback and wait for some confirmations to go long in the market, right? So that was kind of my trade plan before the market opened. Now we can see we opened right here. And what we can see is we didn't really pull back much. We pulled back here and then went up. I didn't take this trade because, again, I was waiting for more confirmations, right? So one of the setups I like to take, I call it VWAP value. It's basically a pullback to our VWAP level that goes along with the trend. So we can see eventually we started pulling back to VWAP. Once we're at this level, I knew, we're in a support area. We had the VWAP as a confirmation. The trend was up. I knew it wanted to go long. Now I'm just looking for two things, right? Once I had all those confirmations, I'm looking for two things, which is what I call my entry confirmations, right? So that's a reversal candle with elevated volume telling me big buyers just stepped in. So we can see that this candle was kind of a reversal candle. We had elevated volume on this candle, but it didn't stand out too much. This was kind of a balanced candle. It wasn't a clear reversal candle. And it wasn't until we dipped down again and we can see this candle right here is where I actually entered the trade. So I entered the trade right after this candle closed. And we can see this is a clear reversal candle. Okay, so this is a clear reversal candle. Buyers own this candle. We also had elevated volume. Okay, so this is where I decided to go long. I entered right here. I put my stop loss just below the lows. So I was risking literally 2 points on this trade. And we eventually soared up to our resistance where I started to take those profits. So again, it's all about having predetermined setups, having a plan before the market opens, knowing what the trend is, knowing what you're waiting for. So in this case, I was waiting for a pullback to go long so I can go with the trend. And I use VWAP as a confirmation and also those reversal candles with elevated volume as well to actually enter my trade and know where to put my stop loss. So again, that's just one setup I use. Like I said, you can go to really any of my YouTube videos here and see more of my setups, more of my different strategies I follow when it comes to trading in the market. But the most important thing I want you to take away from this video is in order to make more money with trading, it's not about taking bigger trades and hoping to get lucky. It's not about taking 10 trades a day. It's about taking that 1 or 2 trades per day and getting a win rate of 50% or higher and that win loss of 2 to 1. And if you do that, that allows you to scale and use more size, use more contracts, and that is how you make more money, right? Fishing with a bigger net. So anyways, guys, hope you got some value out of this video. Like I said before, if you guys want to see my levels every single day on NASDAQ and ES, be sure to join our free trading Discord community. We have all kinds of helpful members in here. I also show my trade recaps every single day in here as well. So again, if you guys want to join our Discord, like I said before, it's completely free and open to the public. We'd love to have you inside. All you have to do to join is go to the first link in the description below, or just head over to this link right here. With that being said, guys, as always, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video with another day trading lesson.